Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Discourse with Jimi Disu. And today, I'm having a bit of a family meeting on air. And I have no apologies because that's the way it goes in Nigeria. I'm joking. I just want to joke with you, okay? Actually, the guest I have today is my first cousin, Jimi Disu. He's not here because he's my cousin, because by now I think the prayers would have started for Mrs. Agoro, and congratulations to her. Happy birthday again. Sheriff, are you going with me?
Anywhere there's jejemos, count me in.
But if you go, you must put your hand in the cooler that I'm going to put back.
No, we can't.
Whatever you see there, you drink.
We can't use the same cooler. We use different coolers.
Kitude morning.
Good morning.
Kitude runs a place called Pop Club, which is on which island
Pop
is it?
Beach Club.
Pop Beach Club. But it's on which island?
Takwa Bay and Ilashe.
Takwa Bay and yes, there are two now.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And in the midst of running the place, he seemed to stumble on the need to regulate the use of disposal of plastics. Now, plastics, of course, plastics are plastics. Whether it's pure water case, whether it's bottled water, whatever. What's the one we use to buy food from Mama Put now?
It used to be styrofoam, but I think they just use plastic containers.
Plastic containers, yes. Okay. The way I thought about it, I thought that plastic disposal itself is a lucrative business from
Only
a business
in
standpoint.
Only
in volumes.
Only in volumes, yes. Only massive volumes.
But how much of a nuisance is it?
It's a terrible nuisance. It has devastated our wildlife under the water. It has devastated
Under
our
the
wildlife.
water?
Yeah, the fish. The fish populations have collapsed. The bird populations have collapsed. And there's been a real drop-off in recent times. Like, as I said, I walked on the beach about 4 years ago, and I didn't see any birds. I didn't see any crabs.
Oh, really? It's that bad?
Yeah, that's why I started this whole thing, because it was just shocking. Normally, I would see thousands. They would in different varieties, and
If you see a crab, what would you do?
Well, I just keep on walking.
I have a fear of crabs. I tell a quick joke. My late uncle, Major Makonju, B.R. Makonju, one day he likes crabs. He used to go hunting for crabs. He's an Ekwetedo boy. So one day he was going to walk in his full uniform those days, looking decked up as a major. He had gone crab hunting the previous day, kept them in his boot. Anyway, long story short, in the traffic in Cambridge, the people saw a major in full uniform running out of his car and stamping his foot. It's a crab. I grabbed him. Okay, so these things you don't know until you mentioned it. I always thought of it like being a complete nuisance in drainages and things like that. I didn't know it has gotten to the point of the sea.
Yeah, it's the effect it has on the sea, because the birds eat it, they think it's food. The fish eat it, they think it's food. Then their stomachs get full, and so they can't eat because they've got full stomachs. And so they starve to death.
And they can't digest it
They
anyway.
can't digest it, so they starve to death because they can't process it.
So do you see dead birds?
Yes, you do, full of plastic.
And dead crabs?
And dead turtles and dead fish, full of plastic.
So you formed this movement. What's the name of the movement?
It's called Right on the Beach, Community Conservation Alliance.
Okay. And what do you do?
Well, we look for ways to tackle the plastic pollution issues, and our most successful so far was we cleared 30 tons of PET bottles.
30 tons?
Yes.
And what did you do with it?
It was an ocean of plastic. We sold it to recyclers. It was a community thing. It was a community effort. So we were working with Unilag. Unilag sent us we got some students to volunteer.
Oh, really?
Those students collected the data. That's how come we know there was 30 tons there. Then, we got the community involved. Everybody, all the kids.
That's your community?
Yes, Ilashe, Beshe, Ikare, and Takwa Bay, the communities around there in Niagbe. So the students took 22 bottles of plastic to school every day, and and then in 3 years we'd cleared the whole 30 tons.
Oh, wait a minute. They took 22 bottles of plastic to school to do what with?
they would give it into the school, and then we would process it, and then we would sell it. So that's how we collected the plastic.
What did you do with the
eventually.
money?
What, the money from the plastic? The money from the plastic really didn't even cover the transportation to get the plastic from the beach to the.
So it was
to the
recycled
ocean.
into operations.
It was recycled, yes. It was just to get the object then was to get the community to work together to get the plastic off the beach, you know. And so we sold plastic neutral tokens, which is how we fund ourselves. And the plastic, each human being uses about 84 kilograms of plastic every year. The international set price for plastic is 50 cents a kg. So we sold, we'd sell you a token for $42, and we would now remove 84 kilograms of plastic on your behalf. And so that's how we funded it, to remove
The most
all the plastic.
important being to keep the beach clean.
Yes, it was.
But there's more than the beach, Kitty.
Exactly. So which is why, so we lent everything that we'd lent there, and so we're now transferring it to the city. So this July, we've got this thing called, it's an international movement called the Plastic Free July Movement. And the movement asks that in July, you stay away from plastic, you don't use plastic. But that's impossible in our...
because water.
Well,
Bottled water is
everything is plastic, and there's not many alternatives here. So what we're doing, and we've been doing this for 3 years, you know, we've been working on it for 3 years to get it right, is we say keep your plastic out of the waste stream. So what we do is we give you clear bags. You know, so we send clear bags to communities, so like estates, clubs, you know, Ikoyi Club, Country Club, Boat Club, schools, Grange, Oxbridge, you know, there's many schools on our list, and
public schools too, because all those schools you said all these are
well, you know, the people who use the most plastic are the wealthiest people.
Wealthiest people.
Yes, they are by vast amounts. Our data shows that Ikoyi uses the most amount of plastic in Lagos.
Okay, so come to think of it, I drink close to 3 bottles a day.
It's not so much the bottles, it's all the other things. Each time you travel and you come back, you bring all sorts of things covered in plastic.
Bags and
yes. And,
why did you have to add travel?
And
You've got to bring this
it's pervasive.
But are you doing anything in conjunction with the Lagos State government?
Well, we're working, yes, we do work closely with the Lagos State government. I mean, the people who move the stuff out, it is Loma that's going to pick up the rubbish. So we're going to give you clear bin bags to use, to just so that the most important thing is separation at source when it comes to dealing with plastic. You're the first person to handle that plastic in its purest state. So if you're able to keep it pristine, which means away from sand or other things that are things like sand, then the plastic can be recycled. But one single grain of sand stops it from being recycled because because it will destroy the machines that
why don't we do
recycle.
What we do? If I remember, I think in the UK, for example, Thursdays are plastic collection days. You have a separate. Why don't we have that culture here?
I think it is just the infrastructure and capacity. Loads of estates already have like plastic bins and things like that they do. But what then now happens is that, you know, so the cars don't do like Thursday. They just do so they come, they see a bin full of plastic, they bring it, they throw it in at the back, but then they throw other stuff
things
in
with it,
and then it gets contaminated and it's of no use.
Well, with the experience, because you lived abroad for quite a while, how do you think we approach this issue for all the care at state level?
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Because we can't depend on volunteers.
Yes, so we're trying to get the message across. That's what we do.
Okay.
You know, we just show and then we get the message across and then people come together. So if you put it inside a clear bin bag, if you put your trash in a clear bin bag, then the Loma PSPs can see that it's just plastic in it. And the roots, and then they can take it. And then now it's not contaminated. And they know where to take it to. And every single kind of plastic, it can be recycled already. We have the industries that are already doing this in Nigeria.
Are you suggesting, for example, if I go get jollof rice in plastic, I finish eating, I have to wash it before I put it in the bin?
That would be nice, yes. Just rinse it. But you don't, shake it off. Shake it off, do your best to get the...
Don't worry. People clear their plates these days.
Exactly. Exactly. So there's no need. Yeah.
People clear their places. That's quite interesting. And what brought you onto this?
Well, as I said, staying on the beach, seeing the fish populations drop, seeing the bird populations drop, seeing the villagers, the kids that were villagers not being able to go to school, and knowing the value. I mean, I did chemistry in school, so knowing the value of the plastic that's sitting on that beach. And so I'm looking at it as a material, that's a valuable. And then I'm seeing these children that need education. And then I look wider and I see Nigeria. For example, we use 2 million kilograms of plastic a day in Lagos. That's the equivalent of 2 million liters of petrol.
They look at us, you're sitting down there and envy you. Sheriff, this gentleman lives on the beach. He lives there. You live there, don't you?
Well, I try to, but nowadays it's getting harder.
Why is it getting harder?
Just because I'm busy.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yes,
because he lives on the beach. I'm supposed to have visited his beach. But Baba will go to me.
We are working on it.
And, even though I go for cruises and things on these big glad boats, but I'm a bit frightened of. Tell me though, what is the situation on the beaches these days? The pressure of water, some feeling in the state. Is it showing up in those areas?
Well, I'm on the Western Peninsula, and the Western Peninsula is constantly at risk of being breached. So yes, you deal with that, but there's a lot of dredging, illegal, in the river behind it, and there's a lot of pressure of building, on the beach itself and everything, and these things really need to be understood, before we do it. For example, now because of the dredging of the river, the river has lost its ability to produce fish in large numbers. The barracudas no longer come to spawn. The seafood has died, because before most of the beach was like not more than 2 meters at the top, 5 meters. But now it's been dredged to 5 meters and beyond. And at that depth, it doesn't sustain life.
And I hear that quite a number of people have moved to the beaches, but they're building houses, they're building proper structures.
Well, yes, there was. Elisha experienced a big boom, and which put a lot of lovely structures and stuff like that on the beach in the last 4 years. So yes, there have been a migration.
He went up being a chief in Elisha one of these days. Chief Akitune.
Incoming.
All right, 020127709993, 020146579190. I have incoming Chief Akitune Disu. The Baba Salah. I think I have a caller there now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, Pastor Ladipo. How are you?
Good morning to your guest. I want to appreciate what he is doing.
Thank you.
Every other thing that we are trying to ban can also be converted to this. I think it will encourage people to come out. Some of I learned somewhere in Sweden that they are using waste to generate energy. I know maybe our own technology has not gotten to that extent. But from something like this, all these nylons, all these things, if they can create an incentive where people can dump them, a lot of places will be made clean on its own. Thank you.
All right, thank you. What do you do for electricity? How do you generate electricity on the beach? I'm just wondering.
We use solar.
You use solar, yes. That makes sense. I just thought about that. That's what. And I think most people would have caught on to it now.
Yes, most people.
Most people have caught on to solar. Sheriff, you have solar in your house? Yes, I do. I have solar too. Okay.
She made a good point about incentives, but plastic doesn't really cost that much until it is in huge volumes. So really, it has to be the community.
But you have a lot on land here. You have a lot of young people running around picking up anything plastic.
Yes,
inside.
So in the last 4 years, what we did was we showed the route to the market for PET bottles.
Okay.
So if you have enough of it, it's always worth something. But it's gathering that.
Where do you take it to? Do you know?
There are all sorts of different places all over the place. Yeah, all over. That's what I was saying.
But for the beach one, where do you have to take it? You have to bring it back.
We bring it into Lagos and take it to recyclers here in Lagos to help us.
What does one do with bottles?
The PET bottles. We've almost solved that problem. There's so many routes to the market for that problem. That's why you see the I don't know, the advocacy picking it up from the gutters and everything, and then because that is obvious, that is done. So what we are trying to do now is show the routes to the market for all the other types of, like the nylon bags, the water sachets, the covers, even your wrappers. Even those wrappers that go around it and everything, all of that gets turned into so many different kinds of products. It's plastic, so it just gets made into plastic again.
I have a caller there. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jimmy.
Morning.
Good morning to your guest.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Nosike.
Yeah, Nosike. Go on.
Okay, I just realized, that if we actually had running water in our homes, offices, they were probably going to reduce the use of plastic by at least 80%. Because here's why. When you have running water in our buildings, we drink from the tap. Very few people would drink from the bottle. So while he's urging people to use less plastics, what does he think about also urging the government to provide running water into the homes?
Well, that's a political thing, Abby.
Well,
thank you.
Yeah, that's an obvious. I mean, what you've said is obvious. So it's up to the government. But until then, we've got to do what we can do. We can't just.
And also, okay, so in the Western world, I think people still avoid tap water.
Yes,
when it
it's
comes to drinking. Everybody drinks
choice.
bottled water.
Yeah, they drink bottled. If you want to drink tap water, you can always.
Are you going to encourage us to use bottles, glass bottles, instead of plastic?
Well, you see, for us, we are actually thinking of the wider plastic because everybody focuses on bottles. But, the bottles, even on the beach, they float and they stay on the beach. And a bird is not going to swallow a bottle. Neither is a fish. But it's all the tiny little, with something else. You know what I mean? But it's all the tiny little pieces of plastic that you don't think of. The black nylons, they stain everywhere. The even like the granite wrappers, they look like jellyfish. Your nylon bags, like your covers, they look like little crabs. It's just little things like that that really this thing caused the problem.
Okay, I got to take a short break now. When I come back, I'll continue my discussion with Kitty, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
The world is changing and opportunities are everywhere. The question is, are you ready to seize them? For far too long, we have been conditioned to think within the constraints of geographical borders created by man. An example is Nigeria. But let me tell you something profound. You are part of the world, not just one nation. You don't just live in Nigeria, you live in the world. It's time to break free, look beyond borders, and seek opportunities that span the globe. You need need a world view? The world is open for business and the opportunities are endless. It's time to think global. It's time to trade global. Visit hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play Store or App Store to get started today.
Ooh, wow. Come taste the nourishing goodness of the new Bubble 100. Bubble 100 is another milk drink in a whole new 210 ml bottle filled with vitamin C, DHA that aids brain development and essential nourishing vitality. It's bigger, yummier, fuller. Bubble 100, the best vitality for your taste.
Now wow, everything just choke. No money for pocket.
I don't hammer. My number don't come out.
Oga, wetin be that one again?
I play game on top GD Lotto and my number come out.
GD Lotto?
Yes, so my brother carry waka go www.gdlotto.ng to play any of their games. Whether na 570, 580, 590 or the one wey they call Nigeria Number Plate Game (NNP). Make you fit win up to 50 million naira jackpot.
True.
I dey go www.gdlotto.ng now. No dey inside water, make soap enter your eye, yo. Make yourself follow go www.gdlotto.ng. Make yourself begin to play their games.
This game dey for 18 years and above. No forget to play responsibly.
GD Lotto.
Once you get one dream.
Hey, whoa! Now so I did on my own. Now a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Now so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey! If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
Running a business is a long journey and you need constant financing to keep it running. But without a partner, that journey can be very tedious, very costly. And you alone cannot sustain it. This is why you need Meristem Finance Limited. A strong business partner that helps you with easy business loans. Whether you need business capital, new equipment, funding for a major project, or whatever financial emergency your business faces, Meristem Finance Limited is the solution for you. Don't let financial breakdowns affect what you've built. Contact Meristem Finance Limited now at 0903-426-7600, 0818-267-0405, or send an email to info@meristemfinance.com and get your business on track today.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, so you're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I have incoming Chief Akitude, who we fondly call Kitty. I have him in the studio, and we're talking mainly about plastics. And we've mentioned a bit of his life on the beach. By the way, what do you do every morning when you wake up? I envy you. You wake up on the beach and...
Well, I normally go on a run.
Okay.
On the beach. Yeah, I'd normally go on a run.
You don't have any security concerns or anything?
We don't even have a fence. It's not an issue.
It's not an issue?
No.
Well, you don't feel anything? You don't feel...
No.
Is that peculiar to your beach, or is the same experience?
It's peculiar to our beach. because we work with the community so closely and we've been there for so long.
Yeah.
We've never had a need for it. We've never had any incidents at POP.
But I don't think Takwa Bay is that.
No, we've got a fence in Takwa Bay.
Takwa Bay, yes. I think when I remember going to Takwa Bay way back as a kid, it used to be a nice, clean island, But from what I hear now, it's a lot of roughnecks. And in fact, I think some people inhabited the place.
Well, yes, it was used as a sort of like a refugee camp for a while, but that was a long time ago. Takwa Bay is absolutely beautiful. It is.
Now,
it's incredible.
Is it like a little village or something?
Yes, but it has this very holiday feeling. There's a lot to do in Takwa Bay. The bay is gorgeous. Then it's got a long pier that you can walk down to. It's got the lighthouse. It's got all these old historical buildings from its antecedents.
And no security concerns?
In Takwa Bay it has the Navy and the Army and the police on it. So it's our first gateway to the city of Lagos if you're coming. So there you don't need to worry about security. Yeah, it's secure.
We want to know that you're safe on the beach. I envy you.
You're always safe.
I like I said, I keep thinking of joining you, but unless maybe what I should do, let me take a ride down to Isaleko. They can give me something. But the thing is that if NEPA takes light and the Igbe is halfway through, it will drop you in the water.
There is solar. Don't worry. Solar will carry you.
I lost that call. Do I have another call? Okay, I just want to call 0201 2770993 and the female line 0201 465719. I have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you?
My name is Kenneth.
Yes, Mr.
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
From Maryland.
Yes. Go on.
Yeah, on the issue of our Lagos shoreline and pollution.
Yes.
I think the policy of developing infrastructure around the water lines is impacting negatively. When you look at the history of Lagos all this while, some years ago I was at Moritala Mohammed's wife's botanical garden at the Eleko area.
Yes.
Nowadays, if you go, you can't go to that area and keep your sanity. Yes, and again, I think the national government also did some kind of waste segregation advocacy years back. I think that wasn't sustained. If that culture and advocacy had been sustained, it would have helped impact positively now on Lagos shorelines and even the environment generally. Thank you.
Okay. You want to react to what you said?
Well, you can't stop the sands of times from moving. So, we have to go with progress. Everything that, has a reason when government does things, but we have to do our own as well. We have to look to the next 30 years because with the environment, you have to be aware of what is coming in the future and then you stop it now. So it's like, you're saying that, something has happened. The time to have complained was 30 years ago, most of this time. So you need to be aware of what government is doing and see how we can help guide governments to the right path.
Ademo Iwalani says to ban single-use plastics and encourage paper-based packaging for food packaging and even shopping. No, it said we should have a federal regulation that will enact a flat fee on any product package with recycling plastics. Then there can be a dedicated machine to help collect or recycle and fee returned.
Well, yes, but there are 200 million people in Nigeria, and there's already a cradle to the grave agreement with manufacturers that they do bear responsibility in ensuring that whatever it is they put out comes back in.
But in practice, does that happen?
Well, no, because you have to build the systems. You can't just click your finger and it will happen. You have to build the system. So this is all the things we are doing, because, for example, now with me trying to get all the plastic aggregated in some sort of way that is easy for them, then Lagos State can build on that infrastructure in how they get it back to the either the manufacturers or power plants or stuff like that, but they have to, you create these systems and it's building blocks. You can't just snap your fingers and it's going to be there. It's like, okay, let's try this, let's do this, let's do that. And that's how we get to this.
Another problem I think I noticed also, and it crept on us in the past, like, say, 20 years, is this is called water
hyacinth. Yeah.
Yes. I think it crept on us in the 80s, and
well, it's been coming
they're
since.
here to stay now.
Yes, it's from I think the rumor is that it was brought into the country by Lady Lugard, But there are people doing stuff with it now. There's I think the Bolaji Longe and the Danish government did a big thing in Ekpe recently, and water hyacinth itself is something that I think, like, the First Lady of Lagos should take the plant on, because it comes in October, which is in time for October, November, December for our dirty December. The plant itself is not edible, but the flower is very beautiful, and it's actually sturdy enough to be used, like, in hotels. We can take it up as a plant of Lagos. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The plant itself can be dried to make ropes, and and those ropes can go into making things like cane chairs and stuff like that and everything. So it's really about skills acquisition, teaching people how to use it, and how to use it en masse, and then that will change.
But is it poisonous? So?
It's not poisonous. It's
so you can cook it as vegetable.
You can't cook it as vegetable.
Can you smoke
fibrous. It? I wouldn't advise it.
No, I mean, it sounds funny, but it's something. I know the last thing you want to do is to attempt to smoke like a pawpaw leaf or something like that.
Exactly.
Don't go near that kind of nonsense. Don't even try. So I just thought I should ask. So it's something you need to handle with care. Let's pick up. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Joseph from Ayobo, and I also get your guest in the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, I want to appreciate you for your program, and it's really giving us an insight of things happening around Lagos and even around the Nigeria.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what I want to say is this: the plastic. I think some time ago I bumped into a supermarket just to get some groceries, and they told me they're not going to give me nylon or something to package it, and I said, wow, but if I want it, I have to pay for it. So I think we're getting there when we don't even need to go to the supermarket or anywhere to get stock. We have to go with your paper bag from your home. I think that would be nice. Another thing again is that I think these buses, the yellow buses, a lot of times you see people throw out plastic bottles out of the car, out of their buses. I think can we do something to reward them, kind of reward system whereby we talk to go to the garages and talk to them that, okay, from now allow anybody to throw things out of your car, put it in the bag or something. Then when you bring it to us, we'll probably give you some kind of token. I think I can even get them foil or something. So can Lagos State or who can we do that so that many times you see them throw out things out of the buses? A lot of times, passengers that do that.
Okay, your point is noted. The one of the regulation I will refer to my good Aburo Tokumbo Wahab. He's the man in charge of them. Do you work with him though?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But you see, so this is why what we work on is community. Because when you throw something out of the window, that's antisocial behavior. What you're doing is you do not belong. You're not part of that community. That is why you would want to harm the community. That's why you don't give a damn about the community. So what we're talking about is that for you to be a citizen of the state, then it is your responsibility to put that thing in your pocket and to take it home with you and then put it in a bag and dispose of it properly. And it's this sense of community that when you come together as a community, then you can do really great things. And really, we say Lagos all the time and everything, but it's a community. It's just people, and we're all trying to come together to work together to create what we want. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's your slave. You have to do it yourself.
Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello,
good morning, Mr. Jimmy.
Sorry, sir. Let's go on, sir. Morning. That's interesting.
Yeah, quick one. I just want to ask your caller. In the Western world, for instance, in Germany, there is a price that is placed on every product you bought. that you have to return the plastic in order to get refund. You can buy it at shop A and you get refund in shop Z or shop Y, anywhere you take it to. It will be it plastic or bottle. And also they sell without polythene bag that you have to come with your basket. If you should get a polythene bag there, you bought it, you can still return it anywhere and you will get refund to it. Are we not looking, should the country be looking at this kind of system in order to work? And secondly, I want to ask your brother, how is he coping whenever a threat of tsunami in that area? Thank you, sir.
So God, we will invoke the spirit of his Aleko. There will not be a tsunami. He is under my protection.
Exactly.
The little thing I have in my left pocket, I've cut it in two, give him half.
Exactly.
What he meant really was danger of the environment. You don't get any sense of that.
No.
I think I asked you that earlier.
No. I mean, we do. I mean, there are stormy days, especially at the end of the dry season and at the beginning of the rainy season. I mean, at the beginning of the dry season and the end of the rainy season. But no, Nigeria, we're very blessed. It's becoming, the storms are getting worse. Because the ocean is rising, and we're cutting down more palm trees, which break the wind, and to build buildings there. So these are getting worse. When you dredge the waters, all of these things have effects. But right now, we're pretty good.
Okay, we have another caller. We're getting a lot of callers. It's nice. Hello, morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, my name is Kukwete.
Yes.
I'm calling you from Yanwuru.
Yes.
Sir, to scratch all this thing on the road, now our government and that man in the studio, awesome. Like the whole Yanwuru are the biggest at that bus stop. Baba nowhere to stash anything.
What did you say? What you said? The man in the studio costs what now?
What I mean is that, as he says, you understand? Like the other caller said, he threw away something on the road inside the car. He will put them like basket inside the car, and all this bus stop. And you said this Yanwuru bus stop as a sample. No basket there to dump anything inside. How can we do this? Okay, I will drink water now. I will put it inside my pocket till I get home.
Yes.
You
bought the water. It's your own.
It's your water now.
It's your responsibility.
You want to throw it on the main road?
Okay. No need for government to give us basket to even put scratch inside the bus stop.
No need at all. Because they will put all sorts of things. If they put a bomb in the basket, Unko.
Answer now.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Put it in your. You bought the water. You're responsible for it.
Till you get to
take it. Yes, take it to where you're going.
Sir, it means if I drink like two bottle water.
Why do you want to drink two bottles?
You will hold it. You will squeeze it. You will hold it, and you will take it. Maybe you bought it. You were holding it before you drank it. Then hold it after.
Or put it in two pockets. One in the left pocket, one in the right pocket.
You can do whatever you want with it. It's your property. You own it.
You do where they carry water, no must not touch it.
Sir, this Sunday very, very interesting. I love this.
You love it. We flood him. That was a tactic. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning. I can't hear you though.
Yeah, you very well, sir.
I can't. Your line is. I think you need to use another line. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Dogo 1 and 2 expire. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, morning to Uncle Jimmy Jr.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy with your Kurube. Your brother, if they put bomb in basket and call, see the way you say. Yeah, I expect you to say, Are.
Why don't you just say what you want to say? You have wasted your 1 minute, self. Pick another call for me. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Peter Bonds from Shangotedo.
Yes.
Quickly, I want to say good work to what your brother is doing, advocacy.
Yes.
The issue of I think Nigerians should be enlightened. How would you throw plastic from a moving vehicle? It's not the best. I give an instance. I bought water and I drank it, and I had to put it inside my bag. I don't know that somebody was watching me inside the bus, and he said, why am I putting it? I say, till I get home. He said, I was watching, if you're going to throw it, then I'll pounce. I said, I don't do that. And so let us have that, imbibe that culture of at least keeping the environment clean. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you.
Okay, I need to say one or two things before we wrap up the program. To say that I'm quite excited about the call-ins that we have today. I've been particularly worried, and we must find a way around it, at a situation where every day it's the same people that call in. It's difficult to tell you not to call in every day, but we'd rather have a system where you get fresh callers, and we were able to achieve that today, and I hope we can maintain it so we don't keep having the same people calling in. The second part also is that when you do call in, it's not every time that the subject matter gives room for jokes that are completely out of the ordinary. And I'd like to plead with you to please, let's get serious. We can joke once in a while just to keep it lively, but let's get serious so that our contributions will be meaningful. And I think we're gradually getting there. When you play back, when we play back, for example, and analyze the programs that we do, sometimes we don't seem to get any satisfaction that we have done the proper job expected of us. I think we have one more caller before I disappear from here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm B.A. Akimbo, calling from Iba.
Morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, I'm 100% in support of what your cousin is doing.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, you see, some of us, we have formed a very dirty habit to the point that all manner of rubbish is being thrown on the road.
Yes,
and people will turn around to say Lagos is very dirty. But I have always said Lagosians are dirty. You see, as minute as recharge paper is, when I was recharging manually, I would never throw it on the road. I keep it in my pocket. But you see people eating granules, the shells on the road, they take corn, they stomp on the road, and they will turn around to say Lagos is dirty. I think this kind of campaign should be on radio, jingles, and this should have been the primary assignment of National Orientation Agency.
Yes.
But these days they have been so lukewarm. It's quite unfortunate. It's a step in the right direction.
Yes, thank you.
And I thank him very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Kitty, before you react, I just wanted to say that I find it embarrassing where on radio we have to educate people on keeping the environment clean.
Yes.
But I don't think we have a choice in that matter. And
I think it's part of civilization.
Part of civilization, yes, because sometimes here, myself and this gentleman here one time, we read one story about open defecation.
Yes.
How we had to educate our people.
Yes.
You won't believe, the other day I was going on the express. One guy was doing the poo right on the express.
On the roads
Full glare.
On the roads of Bodyland in Ikoyi there, you will see the builders at night doing it, right in the heart of the most expensive part of the city. You just have to, but you can't blame them because it's a bodily function. You have to educate people and you have to provide the infrastructure where it doesn't exist.
But even in the rural areas, you don't openly defecate.
Well, you can enter inside the bush and other things. And in fact, that's a good point because people as well in the rural areas, most of the food they are eating is organic. So you're used to throwing things. It just turns into manure, and so it doesn't look dirty,
Okay, maybe we can tell them to go do the pool in VIP's garden so you can manure.
They could try,
Oh, dear me. Let me take the last caller for the day. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Madam Aigbe, good morning.
All about the day to you and your guest.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I want to tell you what stopped them for giving mandatory law that all shops should have their own a waste basket, so that whoever enters the shop maybe has bought biscuit or eating biscuit before he enters the shop, he could throw the empty something inside the shop, inside the waste basket. That anybody that's in the market square, they should also have their own container, or if they don't have, the lodger should be able to be responsible for that. But as regards to the township, the street where they have shops, they should like ShopRite. They don't have the big container that is a waste basket in the front of their place. So the people that buy something in the ShopRite or those that are eating like ruminants, they throw it on the ground.
Okay, madam. Thank you very much. Your last comment so that we can go.
It's your responsibility. Okay. You that bought the plastic, you're responsible for it. You take it home and dispose of it when you get home. It belongs to you once you buy it from the shop.
We just must learn to take responsibility. We can tell government provisions to be made, but in the interim, after all, if we are in our own garden and from our own house, we won't drop anything anywhere. Kitty, we got to go. I wish you all the best. When you're having your whatever in July, I would.
It's in July.
As long as it's on land.
It's on land. I'll be sending you some bags to practice at home.
I'll gladly send me some bags even for my estate. I'll do that. Thank you very much, Kitty.
You're welcome.
Nice to you. Sheriff, thank you very much. I'm off. I hope. What's that? What? Huh? Oh yes. If people do want to participate, what website can they?
Right on the beach, and it's spelled RITE.
On the beach.
Yes, on the beach. ONTH.
Right on the beach. RITE on the beach. Thank you, Jerry, for reminding me.
One word.
About that. He would have killed me by the end of the interview. Okay, so now go and enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow we are going to discuss this Benue incident from a defense perspective. We'll look at the various revelations that we are getting from this. The least being that of the president asking the Inspector General, how come you haven't arrested anybody? And I'm sure you don't need to guess who will be here to do that analysis. Right? So, Kitty, let's go have a party, okay? See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
One step ahead with Nigeria Info.
From the biggest stories,
trends, and conversations.
Let's talk.
Only
on Nigeria Info. Can I have your attention, please?
The news, information, and the right conversation are here on Nigeria Info.
How many this type of wicked attack has affected in the other part of this country? So that's what this is for ourselves.
I'm not supporting stealing, but these politicians need to be taught a lesson.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
There's no country that has been transformed by politicians. There's not one. America documented their own. There's a documentary called The Men Who Built America. Google it, go and look for it. They didn't say the political party who built it. The men who built it is entrepreneurs and innovators and non-profits that build countries, not politicians and not politics. The problem in Nigeria is everybody's waiting for one person to save you. You are your own savior. It is the person that is well that can donate blood. When you are sick, who can you give your blood? You are calling sick people to come and help you. Endangered species who have not curated their own peace. They are going to come and set you your own peace. You abandon all your own capacity and delegate your own stability to the hand of one person in a country of 200 million people. It's sickness, not a culture. Go to America.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Honey, you know you've given us everything, but there's something you're forgetting.
Another school fees?
No, AXA Mansard International Health Plan, IMED.
Insurance? Babe, you know we can handle any medical bills now.
IMED isn't bills, it's peace of mind. With IMED, we get hassle-free quality care at 1.9 million medical facilities and access to over 1,000 premium airport lounges worldwide. It's premium healthcare for our kids, for me, for you, and even our parents.
Visit www.axamansard.com for all 0 Mansard to get started. Terms and conditions apply. AXA, know you can.
All about it. All about it. Chocolate. It has great taste. Chocolate tastes yummy, yummy. Full of nourishment and vitality. To support
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, smart cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cash back, or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cash back sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions dey sha.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby? Jerry, now you dey talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Correct. Heat.
Mini Ninja flavor. Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Slurp it like it's hot.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Frank, 27 years old. Held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safrisafri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
You hear it from us.
We tell you who,
when,
where,
and how it was said.
Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended past and present leaders in the state.
If you're planning to disturb the peace of Lagos State, please have a rethink, because police say they will not be your friend.
Kwankwaso urged the president to leave a legacy of free elections.
Only on 99.3.
Your station for talk.
It's 10 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello Lagos, you're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's time for the news update. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the Nigerian Governors Forum has agreed to work with the federal government to tackle rising food prices. The governors were briefed by the National Security Advisor and key ministers who blamed illegal checkpoints multiple taxes, and poor infrastructure for food inflation. The governors pledged to dismantle illegal checkpoints and improve the free movement of food across states.
Contributors to price inflation and inefficiencies in the food supply chain. Governors thereafter acknowledged the urgency of this matter and expressed commitment to collaborate with the federal authorities to streamline the levies, to dismantle unauthorized checkpoints, and to improve the movement of goods, especially food items, across the states.
The Lagos State government has shut down the Ukoba abattoir over environmental violations. Commissioner for the Environment, Tokunbo Wahab, says operators ignored safety rules, discharged waste into public drains, and turned animal tents into living spaces. He called it unacceptable and pledged tough action until standards are met. Wahab also urged communities to protect public infrastructure and pay for waste disposal to help maintain a cleaner, safer environment. The Catholic Archdiocese of Lagos has declared Sunday, June 22, 2025 as a day of prayer for peace in response to ongoing killings in Benue, Enugu, and other states. Archbishop Alfred Martins condemned the recent massacre in Yellowater, Benue, where displaced persons were killed in their sleep. He urged all Catholic churches in Lagos to hold special masses and stage peaceful processions to demand justice and call for urgent government action to end the violence. The federal government has closed its case against IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu after presenting its fifth and final witness at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The witness, a DSS officer, admitted he never investigated Kanu directly and had no proof linking IPOB to the #EndSARS violence. Kanu is facing an 8-count charge of terrorism. His lawyer, Kanu Agabi, plans to file a no-case submission. The case was adjourned till July 18 for the adoption of written argument. Explosion rocked of Norway's ambassador to Israel in no one was injured. Israel Minister Gideon Sa'ar said a grenade was thrown into the ambassador's yard, calling it a dangerous crime. The Norwegian embassy had been closed earlier due to security concerns. The cause of the explosion is still unknown and investigations are ongoing. And that's all for the news at this time. If you have a news report that you want us to cover, call us on 01465 7175. That is 01465 7175. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Buluwa Tife Jegede. What's Up Lagos come up now with Feta and Stretch.
They talk and you talk. This is Nigeria Info.
If you say no weapon fashion against me shall prosper, what about the way we are fashion against ourselves?
Campaign is over. I still wonder why we keep hearing they are coming. We are about to do this and that.
The devil wants us to say that God is not good. The crisis we are in now is economic persecution.
In fact, recording it and putting it on the social media is very good for him. It's a good evidence for him.
We've got to bring the green back into our nation. There's a reason why Nigeria's flag is green.
99.3. Your station for talk. Let's talk.
Minding our business about information is not our thing.
We bring it to bed.
President Bola Tinubu says his 9-month-old administration has attracted $30 billion.
This government is full of propaganda. One of the reasons why there is scarcity of food is because of the lack of coordination.
Nigerians want to see what you are doing. They don't want to hear what you want to do. The president himself said, he said, let the poor free. They are kneeling on our necks.
Nigeria Info.
Your station for talk.
It's 99.3. Are you ready for some morning magic? Tune in and turn it up. Lagos. From 10 a.m. to 12 noon, it's time for the ultimate morning delight. Get ready to join Feta and Stretch on the airwaves. We are bringing you the happiest side of radio. Oh, yeah. With the seriously funny conversations. It's Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. So get ready because it's time to find out what's up, This is What's Up Lagos.
I want to dance with my G's. This time like in 1990. Raya Jati. I mean, one girls on Liberty. Miss F, I did bad on the weekend, I did travel Lati. Big Labi and so fatty. Add everything, what's the maximum? Machine make sense. So with the jolly test. Touchdown at the town they red. I'm a butter with the dry break bread. Mashima makes sense. Tutun with the jolly test. Touchdown at the town they red. I'm a butter with the dry break bread.
La pastilles tunja fupini. Don't bring your girl to the concert. Maybe you see this setting, see how see the beat. You dey play. Don't bring your girl to the concert.
Second verse, only remaining the same circumstance. I don't know the song won't play second time, but the schedule see out to 1 second sign. Second chance, second try, second dance, second glass, second half, second seat, second sack. Yeah. Hello, my dear. Hello, my dear. Sweetie, my dear. Darling, my dear. Honey, my dear. Darling, my dear. Rora, my dear. Shima makes sense. Tutun with the jolly test. Touchdown at the town they red. I'm a butter with the dry break bread. Shima makes sense. Tutun with the jolly test. Touchdown at the town they red. I'm a butter with the dry break bread.
Hello, my God. Hello, my God. Menu, my God. Baby, my God. Sweetie, my God. Baby, my God. Ele my God, ele my God.
This is What's Up Lagos.
Gone.
We are giving to one person today.
Which person will call today?
One person now.
Okay.
It's just one person we are giving today.
Yes, one lucky
Lagos,
person.
Are you wondering what we're talking about? It's one play now. If you have been playing all week long,
you'll know what we're saying.
Today is the day of reckoning. You might be the winner. And funny thing is, because it's a game of luck, somebody who just played today might still win. There is no rule that says the person cannot win. So sorry about that. We are sorry about that. But play.
Star 347 star 880 star 3 hash.
www.oneplay.ng. Lagos, today is Friday. I feel like today is everybody's favorite day of the week. I mean, for people who are working, Some people work Monday to Sunday. Sorry.
Sir.
Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't work weekends at all?
I don't work weekends at all. I'm sorry. Oh my
God. But we come here. We're just saying this so that we will not feel bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's we're not lazy like you. No. It's just that we're not. You don't hear our voices. We're behind the camera, the scene. Exactly. So is it just me? Have you wondered? It looks like nowadays people don't do weddings on Saturdays anymore. Is it because they wanted to change trend or because they wanted to economize?
When do people do weddings now?
No, people do weddings on Tuesday, Thursdays. What's the rationale behind that thing?
I think it's to make the marriage last long.
Why? Saturdays were always the thing.
Saturdays, because many weddings happen on Saturday and we have so many breakups.
No.
So people are trying to see.
Because I want to say that tomorrow is Saturday, people go to Wambe, but to Wambe is not a Saturday thing again. You see, Wednesday, people are going to wedding.
So my wedding is on Tuesday. Why? I'm
really
at work. Don't worry.
I'm not going to lie.
They don't mind. Don't worry.
Listen, we know you'll be working. Are you sure to make it?
Don't worry. I'll squeeze that time. Don't worry. Don't squeeze.
What's the rationale behind that?
We know why.
Are you trying to copy the whites again?
Are you trying to cut down costs?
Or is it,
Is it the new thing?
Reduce the birthing of, the ingredients of the rice.
Yes.
Nourish.
Or the quantity of rice is the bag of rice.
No, it's not the quantity, the ingredients.
Okay, to cook.
Yes, you can see rice, but
if you want just white rice.
Have you seen tomato now and pepper?
If you just want white rice, okay, we'll serve it like that.
You have stew at home.
You can stew it in your house.
I don't know, just say no.
But at least
please bring back Owambe Saturday. We like hold up. We like the traffic on Saturday because people are going to weddings.
You see people are sure be strong Thursday hall. The hall.
You will not stay your boss. You're not coming to work. You're not feeling fine. Boy, so one day you are going.
And they ask you to go to a bank. As you go to the bank, I see people in a hall doing wedding on Wednesday.
Conference wolele.
Kini go here tell us Shrebi.
WHO what?
DJ plate.
It's so good. It's
so good. It's a trend where nothing is change is the only constant thing in life.
Of course.
If you don't adjust. If you don't adjust will adjust you.
I'm telling you. Now it's not cut your coat to your side.
You can't sew another with 2 yards.
It's only the dream.
Yes.
That it will be.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Check time is 11 minutes past 10 o'clock. Energy. Today's Friday. And every Friday I do not know this man to be my whatever people say we are. We are not.
And she says that's so lovingly.
Whatever. You're trying to don't patronize me. And do that.
Life can be,
but life in itself can be hard.
Every single day, we wake up to all kinds of stories.
Some good.
And in sports, Nigeria's Tobias Musa had a new 100 hurdles world record.
Some bad.
Some outrageous.
A 29-year-old Oluchi Mbaduba has been arraigned before an Ogba magistrate court for allegedly beating her brother's wife.
This is Sound Off,
where we bring these issues to the fore.
You can hear this Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
on WhatsApp Lagos 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Keep it date.
All right, Lagos on Sound Off this morning. This is coming from the Commissioner of Police. Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Olorun Dare Jimo, says the response time of his men to robbery and other public order offences is 5 minutes.
You say?
I feel like this is a good time to open the phone lines. People can respond to this, but let's wait first.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Our response time to crime is less than 10 minutes. We have even reduced it further to 5 minutes. Once you cool us,
kill us.
Under 5 minutes, we are there. The police boss said on Channels Television on Thursday. He assured Lagosians that the state was secure and safe. According to him, the police get the boy before they harm resident of the state. He said most of the violent crimes in Lagos constantly prevented by his men. For crimes that could have detected, there is prompt detection to serve or to serve as terrorists. When you would be suspect one commit crime, if you that once you commit the crime, you would be apprehended. Definitely, you have a second thinking about. But most of the violent crimes in the state are prevented. Just that state police is not the solution to security challenges, but adequate funding for the police force. Okay, there is no doubt that state police are not the answer to our problem, he says. We need proper police funding, which the federal government has taken on itself. It's the way forward. A lot of who are advocates of the state police are where neutral policing is working, said. The commissioner further said his men's behavior has changed over time, adding that they have successfully eradicated traffic robbery in Lagos. Dibu said that the Lagos State Election Commission will determine the level of restriction on movement during the July 12, 2025 local government election across the state.
Okay.
He said that's going to be determined by the electoral body if there is going to be restriction of movement in the state. But on our own, if there's going to be a security threat that will threaten the election, then we'll have to ensure that we enforce restriction, which is going to be moderate. It's not going to shut down the entire state because we are going to ensure that we have enough personnel to police this entire state.
Okay.
This is not hard fact.
So
Lagos, over to you.
Enjoy the conversation. But let me just say this.
5 minutes.
I wanted you to say at the end of it that so with these few points, I want you to vote for me as governor of, because that sounds like a campaign. Let me tell you, United States of America, USA, and the UK, the average time in America, you know, watch movie, watch a lot of movie. Let me even start with UK, United Kingdom, average response time for grade 1 emergencies in the United Kingdom that has Scotland Yard, that has CCTV cameras, that has everything, is 16.5 minutes. This is online. You can verify this. Yeah? In America, there are different cities. In Detroit, which is comparable to Lagos, 22 minutes. And they will come. Not that they will leave. They will ask you, what we can't go there.
Not everything.
No, they said that I heard a report. Somebody said they were robbing them by 1 a.m. Police came at 6:50 a.m. and they jump out of them, pointing their guns.
They didn't have fuel. That's right.
Where are they?
No, they would have continued
So
have fuel.
this is, and I'm not taking
Or the
this
ones that
lightly.
you them that they will say that you should buy fuel in there.
Have you heard the one that somebody they were robbing the next building? So this guy was calling and describing. So which estate? Where? After Magboro, by which side? Okay, you go here, As he was talking, his credit finished. Police was flashing him.
But that was before.
That was before what?
No, just say Lagos over to you.
No, don't do Lagos over to you, please, before they come and say that. So I'm taking this as a direct insult on our intelligence. The 10 minutes you said before is even a lie.
When last did you call the police? Don't say that. When last did you call them?
Wait.
The question we should be asking is, do Lagos still even believe in calling the police when things are happening?
Which police?
Do you people still have faith?
No,
but this is to tell you now that you can call them because they have a 5-minute response.
I will strike.
This is coming from the horse's mouth.
That horse will be a horse.
No.
I'm giving you examples.
The CP told us this.
Let me ask you a question. Is UK better police than Nigeria?
You can't say that. No, there's no comparison here.
Are you kidding?
We all have our own unique realities. You understand? In Nigeria, what we have in Nigeria is not what we have in the UK. Is the UK. Nigeria is Nigeria.
No, I'm saying.
Let's focus on.
I'm saying.
You know, in the story,
economy.
he said something about the fact that his men have changed. That means he knows that maybe.
Okay, sir. Let me ask you, sir. What did you change?
They don't take bribe anymore.
Go.
On checkpoint, they don't ask you for 100 or 50 now. When last they asked for Friday?
Yesterday.
You will not see them coming to say anything for you. They don't follow.
So this is an insult on our intelligence. A direct insult.
You know the intelligence.
You are telling us that we are CPT Soroba.
CPT Soroba dropped mic.
They were mic. I watched this on video. He was in the bold Oga. Let me tell you, I wish I could say it in other words. You are lying. You are telling a lie. Yeah? You telling a lie.
CP has spoken Lagos.
Detroit, 12 minutes. Denver, Colorado, 13 minutes.
Our own
United Kingdom, 16.5 minutes. And you want to say illegal. We didn't even receive the call.
See, let me tell you, 10 minutes before now, they have reduced it to 5 minutes. Right now, what are you saying? The time you see a crime, be bold enough to, you see something, you say something, pick up your phone, you call the nearest police station, and you will see them arriving.
On Third Mainland Bridge, one guy wanted to change his tires. You know, on 2 lanes, you have police on both sides. This guy wanted to change tires. Area boys gathered and told him to pay 17,000 to change his own tire. Before the guy wanted to do anything,